Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. July 3rd, day before Independence Day. Although Lincoln is doing their fireworks tonight. I don't know why, but that's the way they're doing it. And I don't go to those big things like that anymore. I had some errands to run this morning. Hence the reason I'm out already. Oh, and take note, I'm not in bed. I like to make it very, very clear that I actually get out and do shit. But I couldn't help but notice when I got up this morning, I was having my coffee. And Jabba had been live for like 6.5 hours by that time. That means he was yammering on about nothing all night long. And he broadcasts this shit on like 3 of his channels at the same time, which means he pays extra for stuff to do that, and he's not gaining anything. Me, this is it. I broadcast right here on this channel, and I'm done. Well, as far as when it's in regards to Jabba, I broadcast from this channel. But when it comes to other things, I've got another channel that I broadcast my rise on. So that was right at about 7 hours overnight, let alone the earlier stream that he did that day yesterday, which was about 5 hours long. So that's 12 hours that he sat in that fucking bed and did nothing. Speaking of which, there's no fucking content anymore. What's he do most of the time? He either gets Microsoft Paint or he plays Stratego. And here's the funny part about that Stratego game when he's doing it online. If there's other people that are watching or playing against him in Stratego and figure out his name and realize that he's got a YouTube channel because he shows his frickin' what he's set up to do. And then he wonders how come he gets defeated so often. Well, that's because they already know. The ones that are defeating you so frickin' quick, dumbass, is because they're seeing you set up your strategy. You set up your strategy before you go live with that shit and then play the game, dumbass. Man, what a moron. But that's the way it is with him, I guess. He prefers to be an idiot, which is all fine, well and good. Morning. Only makes himself look like an ass. Nobody else. He doesn't even realize it. That's the amusing part. He doesn't even freaking realize it. On your left. Morning. People are tuning in. People are tuning in, and they're laughing at him, not with him, and there is a difference. Morning. It's okay. It's okay. Why? That was good. But here you go on, and then I caught towards the end of that just before you shut off. You tried to act intelligent about, and you're talking about freaking supercars. Really? Have you had any experience whatsoever dealing with those? I didn't think so. So you bring up your Microsoft Paint, you draw a little picture, and then try to explain, morning, how airfoils work and how air dams work. And man, oh man, oh man, hey, anybody that's watching that wants a good laugh, go towards the end of that his latest stream and watch how he's trying to explain how airfoils and air dams work on a car. That's freaking worth it. That's worth a few good laughs. I'm telling you, it's hilarious. Ah, man. Because he makes the shit up as he goes along. That's the funny part. He tries to sound intelligent, and he makes his shit up as he goes along while he's drawing these stupid little pictures in Microsoft Paint. Which, by the way, people don't use that anymore. I mean, unless they're beginners, it's a great tool for somebody that's just starting off. But you dumbass, you don't use them like Photoshop or something by now. Oh no, you're still in there drawing your little pixelated lines. Is paint good for some things? Oh, without a doubt, it's good for some things, but not for what you do. Remember the dragon picture that you tried to do? How's your bridge? That was funny. By the time you got done, it looked like a freaking 3-year-old had done it. As a matter of fact, a 3-year-old probably could have done better. And why? Because they wouldn't have been using Microsoft Paint, idiot. Hey, Christina. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Not bad. I'm just out running a few errands here and there today. On your lap. Morning. That's how we do things on the bike trails here. Morning. Say good morning to people. Not because I have to, because I like to. But yeah, I'm not, you know, at least when I'm streaming, and I'm gonna swing over and stop and do this real quick so that you can see what I'm talking about a little better. Mm-hmm. There we go. Now, morning. At least when I'm streaming, you get a little bit of scenery. This is the Missouri Pacific Mopac bike trail that runs east-west through about the middle part of town. Unlike Jabba, only streams when he's laying in his bed and you're looking at that ugly fucking mug with all that shit all over his face that he's been picking at those scabies again. He's starting to break out in those again, but he'll have an excuse for that. But that terrible fucking wallpaper or whatever it is, cloth blankety background thingy that's even mounted on the wall wrong. He's got that mounted backwards. Actually, it's not backwards. He's got it mounted sideways. Waiting on a traffic light here. Hey, I've been hit by a car. I don't want to get hit by a car again. But yeah, man, that was like 12 hours of freaking streaming with nothing. No content to speak of. And this is, believe it or not, this is still the OPEC bike path where the railroad used to run through here. I think they've actually done a pretty doggone good job of switching these over to bike trails. And again, you know, I'll throw that challenge out there to Jabba. You go out and try to do half the shit that I do in a day. Because here's the thing, I'm usually done when I'm running around by about noon, especially on hot days, like it's going to be today. I'm done by noon in bath in the air conditioning shit. So that means, you know, really, I get up and get going about 6 in the morning. So that means that you would have to get up and do stuff and get your stuff started and only do like 3 hours. You can't even do that. Can't even do that. Now, granted, I'm not going to take you into Walmart while I'm shopping for stuff. I think that's boring stuff. And I think it irritates other people in the store anyway. So, ooh, I get in there. I get the freaking walk time. All right. That's amazing. Usually don't get that. Yeah, you know, I would rather watch a stream with somebody doing something like this. I'm not saying that just because I do, than to sit and listen to somebody yammer on about nothing, beat their face, chew their freaking tobacco, or belch, fart, whatever else. And that's the only thing they fucking do. Other than Microsoft Paint and Strategic. That's exciting stuff. Okay. Sorry, but no, it's not. And the thing about it is, he used to have pretty good shit going on his stream. But now he's really let shit fall apart and has become a massive freaking failure. Morning. Morning. When you talk about stuff, you're supposed to actually have an understanding of how shit works. You don't just jump on talking about shit when you don't have a clue how the stuff works. The airfoils and the air dams this morning was just hilarious. Because you didn't know what you were talking about. Much like your crap when you start talking anything you did in the Army is a freaking joke. Anything. Anything. Big lots one of these days. They got up there. Yeah, fireworks stand. Need to buy any of that this year. For that matter, I don't think we bought fireworks in Virginia when I lived out there. I don't think we bought any out there. Pull right on out there. Yeah, man. Try having a little bit of content and try actually doing a little bit of research before you start talking about your bullshit and making it up as you go along because it doesn't work. Jabba, have you seen him lately, Christina? Look at him now. He looks like freaking Jabba the Hutt. That's what I'm talking about. All he does is lay around that fucking bed day after day, night after night. He did a stream one time, like 2 months ago, where he went to Walmart. Now, is it the rest of the time he does these 12, 10, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14-hour marathon streams, laying in his bed, doing nothing. And you know when he gets done doing those all-night streams, he goes to bed. What's that do? All that freaking junk food he eats just turns to fat. Yeah, you haven't seen anything lately? You gotta, he's really let himself go. And then he pisses and moans about his diabetes. And of course he's going to have diabetes. Hello there. He makes his diabetes worse because he eats all that freaking junk food constantly, constantly. Oh, sure. He throws a hamburger in there every now and then. Or he went down there to that Danny's restaurant for breakfast. Yeah, it didn't take long to figure out what breakfast was at. Did it, Jabba? Didn't take long to figure that out at all. A little place called Danny's down there. There are two or three of them, so. But I nailed the one where he was having breakfast because he was broadcasting live from there. So then you become fair game when you're broadcasting live. Like if you want to figure out where I'm at, I'm sitting right here in front of Hobby Lobby right now. If you want to check. If you want to check where I'm at Hobby Lobby, about 66 and O Street. Oh, No, you're right. You're right. He doesn't bitching about diabetes with slamming beers. Yeah, and you know what happens to all that alcohol in your system? It turns to sugar. Anybody would tell you that. Anybody. And he chugs those beers and eats the candy bars and drinks all that frickin' soda. And lately he's been that soda he's been drinking, that's been going like right out of a 2 liter jug. And he's not holding back either, let me tell you. He just freaking tips that shit up, chugs it. You haven't missed much, I can tell you that. Because it's the same old shit. It's the same stuff that he does day after day after day. And he's going to kill himself. You know, if he keeps going down the road that he's on now, he'll find him dead some morning in his little room for rent. That he tries to keep hidden from where he's at. Everybody knows, where he's at now. After he posted that freaking breakfast video, pretty easy to figure out where he's at. So, now he's been in the hospital a couple of times, likely for that stuff. And he just doesn't freaking get it. He just doesn't get it. He didn't give a shit anymore. He's at the point in his life, frankly, Christine, I think he's at the point in his life where he figures he's got nothing left. So why not throw it all away? Throw it all away. I'm going to drink myself into a freaking stupor as often as I can, be stupid on the internet, and then I'm going to croak. I'm going to roll over and die. And that's eventually what I think he's going to do. So anyway, hey, I'm going to get out of here. The store will be opening in just a few minutes, so I got to lock this bike up. And we'll catch you guys later. Have a good one.